Arirang Radio.
Welcome back to the second half of the show. We're going to be throwing a music therapy session joined by Alexa and Vinci. And now we're going to take a short song break and move on to final pick. This is Alexa with Sick, followed by Horizon with Lucky.
Had to look away, it's hard to watch. Dying while your clothes are coming off. Hate the way you think you're so damn hot. On and on and on and on and on. I search your body for the slightest flaw. Baby, you're so perfect and I'm not. I suffocate, drown in my issues. I've got issues. Why won't you leave? I just don't get you. Boy, you make me sick. You're too damn perfect. I don't deserve it. We're losing it. You make me sick. Sick to my stomach. I wanna vomit. Kissing your lips. You make me sick. 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 Boy, you make me. Wish that I could finally love myself as hard as I can love somebody else. Maybe that's just how it's supposed to feel with someone you don't wanna live without. I suffocate, drown in my issues. I've got issues. Why won't you leave? I just don't get you. Boy, you make me sick. You're too damn perfect. I don't deserve it. We're losing it. You make me sick. Sick to my stomach. I wanna vomit. Kissing your lips. You make me sick. 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 Boy, you make me sick. 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 Boy, you make me. I almost break. You're not what I'm used to. Something I can't lose. You never leave. I just don't get you. Maybe I'm just sick. You're too damn perfect. I don't deserve it. We're losing it. You make me sick. Sick to my stomach. I wanna vomit. Kissing your lips. You make me sick. 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 Boy, you make me sick. 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 Boy, you make me sick.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Lucky, wanna get this right.
What a pretty smile, I can help it. Eyes on you, never losing.
Can you feel my heartbeat?
오늘 날씨도 완전 맘에 들어. 괜히 두근두근 거려. What's up 드디어 너를 만나는 날. 아주 feeling good, I'm falling in love. Stop them heartbeat is on and on. 뭐가 이리 날리고. 다 Cupid arrows knock on my heart. Just finding a sweet zone. It's amazing naughty. Okay, 무릎 다 낙연 주는 예쁜 코. Perfect girl, yeah, that is your name. So really marvelous, no doubt. Whoa, watching your sweet motion. Whoa, the night in my motion. Come and choose the hottest. Baby, you're so goddess. 모든 게 완벽해. 봄 밑에 따윈 I'm lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
lucky. Hey, gotta take your love, put it on my zone. I bet. Hey, give you all my life, no more fear tonight, day by day. All guess about your happiness, the answer is me, yes. At all times to be with you, tailor-made a romance. I love your glowing motion. I'm pouring my devotion. Come and just the hardest.
Baby, you're so goddess.
모든 게 완벽해. 봄 미칠 따위.
I'm lucky.
Lucky, 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 lucky. Lucky.
이런 느낌 처음이야, girl. It's you, my lucky.
HORI7ON. Lucky, 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 lucky. Let's turn lucky 7 on. Lucky, 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 yes.
I'm lucky.
Lucky, 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 lucky. Lucky.
이런 느낌 처음이야, girl. It's you, my lucky.
HORI7ON. Lucky, 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 lucky. Let's turn lucky 7 on.
이런 느낌 처음이야, girl. It's you, my lucky.
Arirang Radio.
It's time to tune in and discover the best of K-pop and Korean culture on Radio News. Welcome back. We're going to officially kick off the second half of the show, and it's going to be filled with Final Peg. It's a music therapy session. Well, you know what? Either one of our special guests going to explain what the segment is all about and soon. So, let me introduce tonight's guest right away. We are going to be joined by the amazing musicians, idols. Well, what else should I use? What else? What?
Trailblazers, pioneers, one of a kind.
Thank you so much for
Incredible.
finishing up that sentence.
Yeah.
Yes, we are joined by Alexa and Vinci here. Yeah. Who are you?
Okay. Hi, I'm Alexa, and I'm not bald on the side. It's just because my hair is pink underneath, and it looks like I'm bald on the side. But
Until
I'm
you
not bald.
mentioned that, I wasn't even aware of that, actually.
I was extremely aware of it because the monitor was staring right at me, and I'm like, no, I look bald on the side.
Okay. Well, you know what? Full disclosure, when I first saw you today, I was like, what's up with that sushi looking like hairstyle she got going on today? Is because you kind of look like a rice with
If it was
seaweed on
like
top of it.
Hyundai, then like yeah, it'd be very topap-ish.
All right, anyway, Vinci, not Vinci, who are you, sir?
I am okay. I'm just gonna spell it out for
Yeah.
those people who don't know how to spell it. It's VINCI of Horizon.
Yeah.
Vinci of Horizon.
Yay! Next question. How's life?
Life has been. It's hot.
It is.
It's been.
It's
The
been
weather
quite hot,
has
yes.
been. You know, it's been feeling like
We're
Philippines for
having
me.
weather.
Right.
bit ish.
Feels a lot more like summer these days.
Yeah,
It
it
do.
does.
So, you know what? In that regard, I would like to ask you guys another question. What's your favorite season? Korea is known for having 4 distinct seasons. You know,
Yeah.
spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Yeah, but I feel
And-
like Korea just has summer and winter.
right. It kind of changed over time. Yeah, because
I
of
like-
the air
I
pollution
like
and all that. But
Fall,
warming.
autumn.
Oh,
Because it's
okay.
like almost super cold, but not super cold.
But not like bone chilling cold.
Yeah, not like you need a padding cold, because the padding is
So how cold
a
is that?
hassle. It's very like 15,
I
16.
was say like 16, 17.
Yeah, that's the sweet spot for me. How about you guys?
man,
Because it's my first time experiencing winter from the past winter. Yeah, that was my first winter, my first snow, and all of that.
I would
romantic
freeze
stuff.
to that if I don't go out with my padding on in that weather, in that kind of weather.
Well, if you have like thick jackets,
Yeah.
I think it would suffice. But sometimes
Yeah.
when it's zero, you just need that very heavy padding that you don't know how to put away when you're eating at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
which chair?
I have this habit of if it's cold and like I know like I only have to brave the cold for maybe 10 minutes while walking, but I'm gonna be
Yeah.
inside for the rest of the night. I just won't bring a coat.
Oh,
I just deal with
survival mode.
I hate bringing things that are clunky.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
we all hate that.
Yeah, so I just
But we just do it because we can't endure the cold weather.
force myself to do it.
But are you someone who puts your hands in your pockets when it's winter time?
Yes.
Because I do, and I see a lot of Koreans walking down the street, and their hands are just like free.
Their hands
like,
are out, and I'm like, are they not
"What?"
cold?
My hands are turning red and itching. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe there was there's training involved
Right.
in that,
Mm-hmm.
because since their childhood they've been exposed to winter, and
You know what? I got a good advice for you, actually.
What's that?
During the winter time. This is what I do every winter, but what I do is I usually bring a set of blanket out on my way out home. I usually take it wherever I go. I just keep it in my car, and when the weather gets real cold, I just put it on as if it's a cape.
I use a scarf sometimes at that.
No,
those
not
times.
talking about scarf. I'm talking about the
like
blanket
a
we used to.
blanket?
Yes.
Oh.
You should try it sometime.
Okay.
It actually works fine. Are you listening?
We used to keep blankets in like my manager car, so like when I would go like to and from schedules, I would use those.
I'm not talking about one of those thin blankets, You're talking about those 무릎담요, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm
like,
talking about those huge blankets.
I can't do that though. 'Cause it's the funny thing about Korea is when it's wintertime, every heater is on.
yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
Like I clothe myself in thick clothing to brave the cold, and then you're gonna give me nanbang, right? Nanbang. Like it's so hot. Yeah. So shopping during wintertime is absolutely the sweatiest time to be shopping. I think
Sweatiest
so.
time.
Yay. Well, anyway, Alexa, I heard you got a good news to share soon.
I do. Today it is May 22nd in Korea right now. It might be the 22nd somewhere else abroad. But in 2 days, on May 24th, my new single, I'm Okay, is finally coming out.
Yay! First off, what's that song about?
It's just kind of like a love letter from me to anybody suffering with mental health, because, it's rough out here in these streets sometimes. But I co-wrote this song with one of my producers last year in September.
Great.
Performed it at the Jingle Ball tour last year. It's been 6 months, but hey, it's finally getting released. Yay!
What took you so long to finally release it, though?
It wouldn't have taken me long.
We'd have taken her along if it was
Okay, anyway, guys, mark your calendar. Once again, it's May 24th. Her new single, I'm Okay, is going to be dropped that day. All right, with that, well, I'm going to ask one of you to explain what this segment is all about.
Okay, final pick is a corner where our listeners send in messages that we suggest songs to, and then we can have discussions about it, find solutions maybe. Sometimes we don't, sometimes we do. Let's just have an enjoying musical therapy together.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Very eloquent.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? Shall we move on to the first message right away then? Vinci, take it away.
This is from Shimejinim. Dear DJ Sam, Alexa, and Vinci, I'll be turning 30 this coming Saturday, and it feels like I'm having another quarter life crisis.
Boy, been there.
Not yet me. I never worried about my age until now, but as 30 approaches, I feel scared and like life is passing by too quickly. Normally, I view May as my new year, but this time I'm hesitant to move forward, mainly because of what happened at work. I recently celebrated my 7th work anniversary, and things seem to be going well. In March, an exciting opportunity arose with a mission program backed by an international organization. I applied, had a proposal approved, and oversaw the project in April, which was successful. However, I was disheartened to learn that I wouldn't be part of the delegation representing the program. Numerous reasons were given for my exclusion, making me question my efforts and decisions. Despite trying to convince myself that it's okay and there might be other opportunities, I feel sad and angry. What do you think I should do?
Interesting. But one thing for sure is this has nothing to do with your age, I think.
Yeah.
It has to do with something else. So you don't have to think about your age in this case, I guess. Well, any advice from you too? Alexa, maybe you guys are about the same age, I assume?
What? Oh, oh.
Yeah, the sender and you.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant me and Vinci. I was like, no,
No.
there's a bit of a gap there. Okay, yeah. 'Cause
I mean, you're
turning-
making your way to the end of 20, so.
I'm turning 28 this year, so okay, felt. So I mean, I am what 2 years younger than this
Right.
person. You know, sometimes the things you want to do for work will not always suit you, and like sometimes you work hard for something, you wind up getting into this like the business you want to go into, the law firm you want to get into, the company you want to get into, and then you find out that it's not all that it was cracked up to be. And I mean, in my opinion, that just means it's an opportunity to close one door and open a new one. I mean, recently, I currently have a friend right now in Korea who's visiting from Germany, and she just, I guess, recently applied for a new job while she was in Germany, and then like a couple days ago, she got an email saying she got the job. And so, her current position is kind of the opposite of this. She's, quitting her former job and joining a new one. But, like, I say that just to be like, it can be done. You can quit a job and then go get a new one if you're not going to be happy with your current position.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a very realistic solution, but I think that was a good one. And what about you, Vinci?
Well, I'm assuming Shimeji-nim is doing good in their work because it's they're 7 years in the company, and I'm assuming they'll be doing good. If you're in the company for 7 years, I think there's something good happening there. And I think this situation, it is a disappointing one because, of course, you want to do bigger things as you progress inside a company. But maybe if you look at it as not a limit, like this thing, the situation, because you've been doing good for 7 years, and imagine if during those past 7 years you felt this way, then you wouldn't have reached your 7th work anniversary. So I think everything's going well, so maybe you just need to really pass through this. But I do get that your feelings are very valid, because it is very frustrating to feel still underappreciated, especially if you've given this much work and
Yup.
effort in your work. I do get it. Yeah.
Okay.
But
And
fighting.
lastly, I would like to share a Korean saying. We have this term called 전화위복 in this culture. What that means is if you experience one hardship or one fail, here comes a bigger success in the future. So just look
Oh, I
for a
like that.
bright
True.
future. 전화위복, once again, is a term we have. And with that, shall we recommend songs for this person, Shimeji?
Yeah.
Vinci, you going
Yes.
first.
Okay, I brought in La La by Winner Sonbenim, and it's a very carefree vibes type of song. It's all about singing loudly La La until everything
Now I'm curious how the chorus line goes.
goes
La 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 la
la la la la la la, I think, right? Something like that,
Okay.
yeah.
Or we'll find out, yeah?
I like how we both. Broth?
Broth.
Both?
Both?
You want broth?
You like some, you want some cooks?
Would you want like some broth in the stomach? I don't know. It was my chef voice, I suppose.
Okay, now on to you, Alexua.
I was trying to say, I love how we both brought in songs from older groups. Technically, mine is a redebuted group, but they're still OGs.
They're in the era of.
Yeah. I brought in
sameness.
Please Don't Be Sad, but highlight is, hey, please don't be sad. I won't lie though, when I first started reading your story, I'm like, I gotta bring in 30 Sexy by Rain. But then I kept reading.
Oh, because of the
You know?
30.
Because of the
But
age,
then
yeah.
I was like, oh no, wait, that's
Happy
not gonna
birthday,
work.
though.
So happy early birthday, considering you
early
said it's
birthday.
this Saturday, so wee. But please don't be sad. Don't be
Yay!
sad, shawty.
All right, with that, shall we take a listen to these two songs recommended by our guests? We're going to begin with La La by Winner, chosen by Vinci, followed by 얼굴 찌푸리지 말아요, Please Don't Be Sad by Highlight, chosen by Alexa.
Hey yo, you ready? You ready for this? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I'm singing la la.
옆에서 물어봐 넌 무슨 일이냐 왜 정신 나간 듯이 노래를 부르냐 이유는 묻지마 난 괜찮으니까 그냥 정신 나간 듯이 노래나 부르자 솔직히 까놓고 목소리 언제 높여봤냐 눈치 보기 바빠 전화할 때도 두 손 모야 맘 편해 에이 감정을 잊어갈 때 술 기운이 아니더라도 한번 크게 그냥 답답해서 그래요 자꾸 화가 나서 그래요 목이 터져라 노래하지 않고선 미칠 것 같아서
Singing loud loud 노래해 경찰차가 올 때까지 Singing loud loud 노래해 병원 실려갈 때까지 Singing loud loud Singing loud I'm singing loud loud
숨 쉬고 싶어 말고 일에 지쳐 쓰러져도 요즘 잘 나가는 라인에 은근슬쩍 끼고 싶어라 모든 걱정들은 봐 후배들은 날 울어봐 상상만이라도 좋아 이 노래를 부를 때만 내도 주인공이야 막막해서 그래요 자꾸 다 안 돼서 그래요 속이 꽉 막혀도 해내지 않으면 죽을 것 같아서
Singing loud loud 노래해 경찰차가 올 때까지 Singing loud loud 노래해 병원 실려갈 때까지 Singing loud loud
정승처럼 살다 보니까 망할 정신병만 늘어가더라 이따위 세상 나는 이제 지쳤어 라라 불러라 고성방가 신고당해 경찰서 나가보자 라라 불러라 소리 지르다 지쳐서 병원 실려가보자
Singing loud loud 노래해 경찰차가 올 때까지 Singing loud loud 노래해 병원 실려갈 때까지 Singing loud 오늘따라 유난히 웃지 않는 네가 왠지 슬퍼 보여 몇 고개 돌려 너의 눈물 한 방울에 내 하늘은 무너져 내려 이끌내쉬는 한숨이 내 맘을 찢어 난 나의 빛이 될게 그림자가 더 좋아 이제 그 천사 같은 얼굴에 작은 상처 하나도 너에게 생기지 않기를 원해 너의 슬픔조차도 나에게 모두 맡겼으면 해 My baby I girl 찌푸리지 말아요 Baby 너는 내게 더 예뻐 그렇게 슬픈 표정하지 말아요 널 보면 내 맘이 너무 아파 그래 이렇게 날 보면서 좀 그 예쁜 얼굴 찌푸리지 말아줘 숨기지 말고 내게 말해줘 아무 말 없이 널 안아줄게 내 품 안에서 네 상처가 아물 수 있게 늘 아름다운 것만 담아주고 싶어 예쁜 두 눈에 미소만 짓게 해줄게 그 입술에 난 나의 빛이 될게 그림자가 더 좋아 이제 그 천사 같은 얼굴에 작은 상처 하나도 너에게 생기지 않기를 원해 행복하길 원해 널 지킬 수만 있다면 아깝지 않아 내 세상마저도 아깝게 부리지 말아요 Baby 넌 웃는 게 더 예뻐 그렇게 슬픈 표정하지 말아요 널 보면 내 맘이 너무 아파 그래 그렇게 날 보면 웃어줘 그 예쁜 얼굴 찌푸리지 말아줘
Seems like a lot of you guys are also confused about the number of viewers on YouTube live chat today.
Yeah.
All I can say for now is the number is not correct in today's show. During the first half, we only had like 6 to 7 listeners, but on YouTube live chat, I saw way more than that. So I assume it's some sort of bug going on.
Yeah.
Due to
Someone
their
had to be.
update, I just got this info from one of our listeners, Alexander. One, he said something about update going on in YouTube, and this could be the problems related to it. Anyway, before we move on, I saw a lot of you guys came up with some great advice for the previous message sender, and let us cover a few. Wendy says, to be honest, I'm not sure to have understood the entire story / problem properly, but in any case, Sander, you're still the same person whether you're 29 or 30, so don't worry too much about it. True. I mean, when I just reached the age of 30, I was like, yay, new beginning, fresh off this. I mean, I'm starting all over again. I have this refreshing feeling that I never felt before as 29-year-old who's about to turn 30. So you're going to enjoy being 30. I can tell you that. And maybe another one? Do you guys want to?
This is from Adrian.
Okay.
Sender, if you weren't able to be part of your company's delegate roster, just remember that there must be a reason why it wasn't granted. They might be planning to bless you with bigger things.
True.
Yeah, true.
True.
You know, that's not the biggest thing that could happen. Maybe in the future, there are more doors for you that will open.
And then Van
Vinci?
Von Vinci's Funko says, don't be disheartened by this setback, but remember, this isn't the end of your journey. Rejection is redirection, where perfect opportunity is out there waiting for you. Keep moving forward. I like that.
Great.
Rejection is redirection. I'm going to keep that in my back
wow.
pocket.
Yay. And one more from Jelaine Salvador. I guess you should accept the way things went and at the same time acknowledge your hard work because there are new opportunities that'll come eventually. If it's for you, it's for you. Well, thank you so much to all of you guys for participating and hope these advice helped you in any way, Shimaji. With that, we are going to move on to the second message, and this time Alexa is going to read the message for all of us.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, this comes from Horizon 2600. Name. Hello. I had a 5-year relationship that ended 4 years ago. So, okay, gotcha. Math. Okay, math was mathing. We broke up because I had to study far from him, but that was just an excuse. He was my rock during my parents' separation and at my lowest moments. When we graduated junior high, he went to study elsewhere. Although it was hard, I supported him. After senior high, I received a scholarship far from him, which became my reason to leave. I struggled to tell him because he did nothing wrong and was the kindest person I knew. We still saw each other with our friends and maintained a no-label type relationship for over a year. When I moved for university, he was my confidant, and I realized I still loved him. However, I found out he blocked me on social media and had a new girlfriend, leaving me without closure. I hated him for not telling me and not giving me answers. 4 years later, he graduated and got a job. I'm proud of him, but it still hurts that he left without a word. I also blame myself for breaking up with him. Do you have any advice on how I can close this chapter and forgive myself? Hold on, I'm trying to do the math. Hold on, I'm trying to timeline things.
So it happened 9 years ago.
No,
Everything. I mean,
4 years ago.
I'm going back to the beginning.
Oh, the
of this
beginning.
beginning
Let's
of the
start at the very
relationship.
beginning.
Yes.
I guess everything started 9 years ago. Yeah. So you said, hold on, junior high. So junior high, which means
Yeah.
what grade is junior high? Because I'm American.
Probably-
Junior high.
Junior high, that's when they're usually 14 to 16.
Oh, okay. So
Well,
I mean,
that's 7th grade. Like
so I mean, you weren't really in your adult life yet. Plus, this is 4 years ago, babe. Like, 4 years. I mean, yeah, it's cruel and unusual and stupid that he blocked you on social media just to hide the fact he was dating another girl. But at the end of the day, if you had already broken up with him at this point,
There's no strings attached.
there's no more strings attached. I mean, granted, I know what it's like to break up with someone or to be broken up with and still have feelings, but the past is in the past, baby. You can't keep holding on to stuff. It's gonna grow and fester, and it's not gonna be good for your soul or your spirit. So.
Well, Chris Rose, who's listening to the show, sent in a very relatable comment. He says, a kid's love story. Young love when every emotion is 200% more intense.
Oh, that's true.
So true, right?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your puppy love, maybe, from
Puppy
the past?
love.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think
When everything was a lot more intense than now.
because from back then,
Yeah.
I do attest to that I have not felt the feelings that I felt when I was in my 16, 17, 18s. Those times you felt everything
Right.
deeply.
Hormones.
Yeah,
Yay.
you just felt everything. You just felt like the world is going to end because they didn't reply as fast as you would expect. So yeah, I think a lot of those moments are encapsulated in this message because back then it was like that for me too, and
Okay.
I expected maybe if this doesn't happen now, then when will it happen? And then I fast forward to now, it's like I'm fine without anything. I'm just like, myself and doing with what I got for myself.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, but I
Alexa,
think
yeah.
they're just really stuck up on this
Yeah.
thing when they've already ended things with them.
And
I
then-
guess there's no proper closure, I guess. But
And to bounce off of, what I see people in the comments saying, and also what one of their last lines was, I blame myself for breaking up with him. It's you broke up with him. That's not something to take blame for.
right.
Like, ending a relationship is not something to be blamed for. Like,
that's like gaslighting yourself.
exactly. Like, had he still been deeply in love with you or something and was, telling you, oh my God, why did you do that? How could you break my heart like this? Then I would understand the guilty conscience. But clearly he moved on. So
Yeah.
there's nothing that you should feel guilty for.
And if you felt that way, I think that's what they're expecting for you to feel.
Ugh.
So that means they've succeeded, bro.
Don't feed their ego.
Yeah, because they blocked you, had a new girlfriend. So of course they want you to feel that regret, that okay, blame yourself for breaking up with me. Look at me, I blocked you. You feel bad? Yeah, that's what you get. So don't give them that satisfaction.
I know you want closure, but hear
Yeah.
me. I still don't have closure from a relationship that I had that lasted like a year and a half. Granted, yours was 5 years, but again, teenage years, mine was in my adult life. I still don't have closure from that. So you can just learn to get on without closure. I promise. I promise it's possible.
Well, thank you so much. Well, I would love to add one more thing. The only reason you're clinging on to this boyfriend that you had in the past, well, I'm going to start referring to him as your exes because, well, technically he was your ex. Anyway, is only because it all happened when you were so young, and things happen when you were so young tend to last for a long period of time. And there's no way you're going to, move on from it unless you actually decide to move on from what happened in the past. So just move on is probably what I can say to you right now. Because if you come to think of it later afterwards in your life, it's probably nothing. And eventually. So well, that was me, and I guess it's about time we recommend songs for this one.
Well, okay, starting out, I mean, this is just the most loving piece of advice I can give you, and I do mean this with my heart and soul. The song I brought in is Life Goes On by
Oh.
BTS, by Bangtanso년 Dansomin.
Great choice, great
Because
choice.
quite literally, life goes on. It's not the end of the world. And again, you were so young. I know what it's like to have that 16-year-old, 17-year-old heartbreak. Trust me, my boyfriend in high school cheated on me. So I know what it's like. But,
Do you see?
baby, life goes on. Life goes on,
Yeah.
baby. Don't worry about it.
What about you, Vinci?
And for me, this is A Last Goodbye by Akmu 선배님. And I just think you just really need to say your last goodbye to this. I think it's a situationship. Because no label relationship, it got to that point. I think that's just very situationshipy. So please say your last goodbye to that, move on, and have a better life ahead.
Thank you so much for recommending. With that, we are going to have a listen to these two songs and come back for the final messages. Not messages, J. Life Goes On by BTS, chosen by Alexa. This is the first song we're going to be hearing. And the second one is Last Goodbye, 오랜 날 오랜 밤 by 악뮤, chosen by Vinci.
어느 날 세상이 멈췄어 아무런 예고도 하나 없이 꿈은 기다림을 몰라서 눈치 없이 와버렸어 자국이 지워진 거리 여기 남아져 있는 나 혼자 가는 시간이 미안해 말도 없이
오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네 아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 진짜 더 뜨거운 숨
끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가발이 뜨지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자 I cannot go in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루도 나다겠지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again
이 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다 변했대 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 여태 안 변했네
늘 하루 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일을 또 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지 마 빛은 더 떠오르니까 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가발이 뜨지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자 I cannot go in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루도 날아가지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again I remember yeah, 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 yeah I remember I remember yeah, 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 yeah I remember 별 하나 있고 너 하나 있는 그곳이 내 오랜 밤이었어 사랑해란 말이 머뭇거리여도 거짓은 없었어 넌 하나 있고 참 조용했던 그곳이 내 오랜 밤이었어 어둠 속에서도 잠 이루지 못해 흐느껴오는 너의 목소리 그대 곁이면 그저 곁에서만 있어도 행복했단 걸 그 사실까지 나쁘게 추억 말아요 오랜 날
잘 자요 안녕 그 말 끝으로 흐른 시간은 오랜 날 같았어 우린 서로에게 깊어져 있었고 난 그게 두려워 넌 가만히 있고 나도 그러했던 순간은 우리 오랜 날을 함께한 시간을 아무런 의미도 없듯이 추억만 하게 하겠죠
그대 곁이면 그저 곁에서만 있어도 보고 싶고 또 행복했어 그건 진심이었어 오랜 날 오랜 밤 동안 정말 사랑했어요
어쩔 수 없었다는 것 말고 안 될 거라 생각하겠지만
믿게 날 기억하지는 말아줄래요
아직도 잘 모르겠어 당신의 흔적이
지울 수 없이 소중해 하늘이 자꾸였고 맘을 다 잡아야 하죠 이젠 마지막 목소리
마지막 안녕
믿게 날 기억하지는 말아줄래요
아직도 잘 모르겠어
당신의 흔적이 지울 수 없이 소중해
We just heard Life Goes On by BTS, chosen by Alexa, and the next song was Last Goodbye 오랜밤 by Akmu, chosen by Vinci. And just like the first message, a lot of you guys sent in wise words regarding the second message. So sender, if you are here with us right now, refer to YouTube live chat if you need more advice from our wise listeners. Anyway, I saw an interesting comment from one of the listeners. This had nothing to do with the messages. KKGHIBLILIFE says, Chi, please make a special video about what's inside your bag. We are so curious.
I see, because we just released a What's in Your Bag with the whole group, and my member who was filming that time forgot to press record.
For you?
Oh my
me.
god!
So I was explaining my bag, and my bag was the most, scrumptious
Immaculate.
bag from compared to everyone. Because
You know, we might as well just do it right now then.
my bag's outside though.
Oh, no.
And there's a lot. We would pass the everything mark.
Oh,
Maybe next time I can show some stuff from our bags.
Okay, next week, be
Yeah.
ready.
How about we change it a little bit and do some like what's in your pocket instead of bag?
There's only one thing in my
Yeah.
pocket right now, and it's a gloss from my makeup artist. You gotta keep it colorful for the camera.
Wow.
That's it. Because I wore my stylist clothes today.
Right.
So it's not my actual clothes.
Thank you so much for sharing. I guess that's about it. Well, your name was way too long to read, so I'm just gonna call you by Life. Alexa, what do you have in your pocket today?
I got nothing in my pockets. They don't make women's pockets deep enough.
But there is
Really?
a lot happening in her ears.
Yeah, I got another piercing that I just.
Today?
Yeah, I got this one here in the
Is
carpet.
it not like...
I mean, you already have like 1 million piercings on your ears, so we can't really
Yeah.
tell if you got a new one or not.
Well, I got dinner with my friend and I got
Okay.
a new cartilage one. So, yeah.
Great. Okay.
Yay, more holes in the body.
Yay!
Oh, I just put a rock sign on that. I was like, yeah.
All right. Anyway, with that, we're gonna move on to the third message. It's from Horizon_Love. I'm a foreigner living in South Korea and I've been living here for a long time, so I speak Korean really well. People around me find it fascinating. Many language school teachers have praised my pronunciation. That's how confident I am in Korean. I even dream and express surprise in Korean by saying, "Omo!" But here's the problem. Because I've been living in Korea for so long, I keep forgetting my native language. When I talk with my old friends from school, I often find myself saying, "What's that word?" Then my friends get upset and say I've changed. And my conservative parents now want me to leave Korea and live together elsewhere. I love South Korea. It's just that I happen to speak Korean well. I don't think I've changed. Have Alexa and Vinci ever faced similar concerns? And I'm also worried about how to convince my parents. Interesting.
Well, I hope that's my problem right now because I would really need some expert Korean level skills. But I think I relate to this, but I think it's for my English
Okay.
a bit, but not too much. Like because back in the Philippines, I used to just consume English
Right.
content, and then here now I try to consume as much Korean content than I normally would. So that has been a bit a struggle for my English skills. I do feel it. It happens a bit. My grammar and stuff, and the way I speak.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the two languages like I speak are like English and Korean, but like I know a little bit of other languages, like enough to be like borderline conversational, but like never, survivable in that country. But the thing is with me, I've started learning languages since I was a kid, and it's a blessing and a curse, but I have a very good memory. And so occasionally I'll be thinking in one language and I can't think of the word, but then I'll say it in a different language. And I'm like, no, that's Spanish. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Lost in translation.
Like it gets confusing in my brain. Like I obviously still remember how to speak English because that's like my native tongue, but like I will forget words and I will forget like synonyms or like certain terminology for things every now and then, and I have to look it up and I'm like, this is my first language. Why can I not remember this?
That happens a lot of time in my life too. When I try to speak Korean, I sometimes forget how to speak Korean. And especially during the morning when my brain is not properly functioning.
When it's foggy still.
And here's always a time when I have to make an important call to and for example A&R of a record label because I've been trying to make my tracks for other artists recently. And the thing is, when I call them during the morning, I always stutter. Even when I speak Korean, I was like, 여보세요? And it takes some time to recover. And I guess this has nothing to do with the problem this person sent in. So how should this person convince his or her parents?
I mean, I don't understand why your parents would be concerned. You're just learning another language, and clearly, if you've been here for as long as you've been, I don't really know time period, but you said a long time. And clearly you're healthy. You're living your life.
You're doing good.
Must have a stable job or something and a good friend group to keep yourself stable out here. So I don't understand why your parents would be concerned.
Because this person is forgetting his or her native tongue.
But I mean, then I don't know. Maybe make phone calls with your parents more, like with friends or maybe siblings that you have back in your home country, and just keep practicing that way. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, in this person case, I think it totally depends on what kind of person this person hang out with, I guess. And the reason I assume, this is just my personal opinion, but the reason why you speak a perfect Korean is because I think you've been spending quite a lot of time with local Koreans. Because most of Kyopos, we call it second generation, they usually hang out with themselves only or with the foreigner friends who happen to reside in South Korea. And eventually they leave South Korea without even being able to speak a word of Korean.
Oh.
That happened to a lot of my friends. For instance, there was this one time I was actually saving this story for Friday. So he's been living in South Korea for a long period of time. I'm not going to expose his name because that's privacy.
Darn.
And that was when he just arrived in South Korea, right? And this one day he felt really sick, so decided to hit the hospital. And then he didn't speak a word of Korean. So, and unfortunately, the doctor didn't speak a word of English. So after giving him diagnosis in Korean and him giving this confused look to the doctor because he obviously did not even understand a word of what he said to him, right? And unfortunately, the only English word that the doctor knew was "you will die." You will die. And
And was he
and
going to
he
die?
got shocked, and turns out he luckily found one of the patient happened to speak fluent English. Turns out
Amazing.
what he originally meant was if you don't take care of yourself, your condition is going to eventually get worse, so you should learn how to take care from now on, and it has nothing serious to do with your body. Well, up until now, if it wasn't for that person, he would
Would've thought-
have no clue what that was
Yeah.
all about. Anyway, I completely went sideways on this, but the thing is, Horizon_Love, you're doing a perfect job
Yeah.
adapting to this country, so I think you should stay in South Korea. We could
with
use
us.
a great foreigner like yourselves in this country as well. All right, anyway, with that, we are gonna wrap up tonight's show with my recommendation for you. And I don't even know why I brought this one over, but even being able to just being able to speak one fluent language is already a blessing to a lot of people Horizon loves. So I would love to recommend this one featuring Jisun by Epic High, and call it a day. This was your DJ Samuels Hall along with our special guests Alexa and Vinci, and we're gonna say goodbye all together in 3, 2, 1.
Multilingual.
Bye.